Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Koenig, and I'm getting some questions about this particular exercise, discussion board 2.2. The directions are to use Excel to describe the data set, and the data set is labeled in Chapter 5. It's under Week 2, and we need to find the mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation. So some of the questions, I'm going to go over here to the data set. Some of the questions seem to be around the fact that this data set contains data that is not just numbers. So when we look at this, we've asked a lot of questions, and some of the answers are in words. Some of it is um, ordinal data, as you see here, E, F, G, H, I, J. These columns are ordinal data. The column, let's see, A, B, C, D is nominal data. And then we have over here in K something that is more qualitative. We can't really assign a number to any of that. We just have to use words to describe it. So it's a combination, sort of a mixed methods survey using nominal and ordinal data and then our qualitative data. So for this exercise, the only columns that we can look at and describe with mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation would be columns E through J. So I'm going to switch over here to my second sheet, and you'll see I've set this up. I've just cut and pasted E through J over here, and of course it becomes different columns. This is question 3. So I've got question 3 through question 8. And that's how I've sort of set up my answers over here. So this is question number 3. And then here's what I'm supposed to find. So I'm going to do a couple of these to demonstrate what it is that you're supposed to do, and hopefully that will clarify some. So let's look first at question number 3, which is now column A. And that question is, the personal manner of the doctor was courteous, respectful, and helpful. So we want to find the mean or the statistical average for that. So let's go down here. And I'm going to put my little cursor there because that's the column that I'm looking at. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to search for average, which is already highlighted there. Whoops. Average. And then I want to insert that function. And it's going to give me the result right here. And you can see it highlighted this column because I put my cursor down here. And here's the result. So I'm just going to take 4.84. That's my mean. And I'm going to put 4. Whoops. I think I have to turn that off first. Here, 4.84. So now I'm going to take out that formula. And I want to find the median, again, of this column. I've already got my cursor here. So I'm going to highlight median, and I'm going to ask it to insert that function. And it's going to give me a result of 5. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to go put 5 under median. And I'm going to keep doing that. Now, I'm going to skip down here to, let's go down here to standard deviation, so you can see what that's going to look like. Let's put our cursor down here. And then you'll notice this is recently used. And this is standard deviation.s. And you'll notice if you look through here, there's standard deviation.p, there's standard deviation by itself. I'm going to use standard deviation.s because I am allowing this data to represent the sample only. This was a convenient sample, and it would not really be reflective of the population, which would be standard deviation.p. P is for population, S is for sample. So when you're using choosing a function to use, make sure that you're using .s. That's a little more conservative interpretation, a little more conservative statistic to choose.